All right, what's going on, guys? It is Monday, November 9th. This is my live trading recap. I like to do these recaps live so I can go over these trades um, while they're fresh in my head. I'm up $963 today. On my day trades, as you can see, my overall account is down quite a bit. Um, Gold is taking a major hit today. We had some vaccine news in the morning. Pfizer and another company they're working with, their vaccine, it has proven 90% um, effectiveness. And, if in phase three trials you'd like to see, that's not 100%. So it's not to the point where they can, obviously start distributing a vaccine, but, it is good news. And that sent gold down quite a bit. So, as you know, the market is soaring. Gold is typically a hedge, and you likely see a lot of money coming out of metals right now into the market. And that may be one of the reasons that gold is down as much as it is. But I'm not here to talk about gold. I'm here to talk about my trades, my day trades for today. Now, one thing that is a little unfortunate right now is I can't, for whatever reason, my show trades is not working. I've restarted like a million times, and Thinkorswim was actually down this morning for several minutes, which was frustrating as well as my charts were trying to load in. Thinkorswim is you get what you pay for, and it is free. So it's, obviously there are better brokers out there, and having some issues with this right now. So it won't show me where exactly my trades are, but I'll try to kind of talk you through it anyway. The two stocks I was looking at in the morning, and obviously when you have news like this, and we have the market up at record highs, and the ES was up like 150 points, and the Dow up 1,700 points before the open, and the Nasdaq way lagging, tech stocks lagging big time. Um, so, when you have that going on, that's obviously a very volatile market. Peloton was sharply lower, opening lower. Obviously, Peloton is a stock that has been benefiting from COVID. So this vaccine news has become a negative for Peloton, as well as a stock like Zoom, which I was looking at as well at the open. But again, my charts weren't loading in the first few minutes, so I knew that we would likely have this kind of pullback. And I would have, if I liked what I saw, I would have liked to get in here. Obviously, this low is would have been a good spot to get in, but I'm not sure I would have taken that entry because when you do have these moves like this, it dropped from 433 to 400 in just a few minutes. So that's obviously quite a bit of movement. And as you break this pre-market low, it's very risky to get in on that break long. That would be, in my opinion, not a great technical entry. But I did not end up taking a trade on Zoom, although I was looking at it. I took a trade on Peloton was my first trade, and my entry was right here on this candle, I remember. Right here at I think 99.95 or something on this break of VWAP, I entered short. Not long, short, I entered. And I waited through all of this because this is kind of a slow grind, and I don't typically like slow grinds to the upside or the downside, so I'll play them to the reverse. I think it took some profit here, but not all. And as we grinded up here back to my break even, I cut out my position and ended that trade only about $60 or something. So, but almost a break even trade, but I was up about $60 on that. And then right here on the break of this high, I actually went long right here. So another good technical entry. I thought it was a good entry, but of course anything can happen. And we did come back and retest VWAP. And as we came down here, all the way down here at this low, I took a 300 share position, so I was actually down $500 or something on this at the low of this candle, which I held through. I probably would have stopped out if we had broken too much lower. I hope I would not have held till the break of this low because that would have put me down maybe almost close to $1,000 on the stock, but luckily it didn't come to that. But again, I probably would have had to cut this loss if it had gone too much further here. Obviously, you'd like to see a retest of VWAP succeed and for it to continue higher. And this is a slow grind. I'm watching it all through here, and I don't really like what I'm seeing because you kind of have a low volume and one of those slow grinds. And when it's still kind of earlier in the morning, I like to see it kind of really pick up momentum and let's get going. You know what I mean? But it did come up here, and I remember my last take profit. I was taking profit all along the way up here as we were breaking above my entry price, and my last take profit was actually on this candle. So obviously, I missed out on some. It does continue higher here, but I'm actually happy with my exit. That's fine. I'm good with that. And this was a short that I was looking at quite closely. You see, I have this 105 level marked out, and I was thinking about taking this short. It tests it, fails, tests it, kind of pulls back a little bit again, and then I kind of stopped looking at Peloton as I saw it kind of looking to break through this level. And there was a decent short trade here. It didn't last too long, but from 105 to 102.50, $2.50 uh, retracement. That's a good short that I would have liked to take. And that you can see that 105 level comes exactly here at the low of this pre-market low of this wick that comes down to 105. And so I had that marked out, and you can see how perfectly of a level that is. And so if you're looking at those levels and you see levels like that, you mark them out, and they do very often come into play um, on in the morning and trading and in day trading all the time. And another good example of that is Fastly today. I didn't even trade this, but look at this. This was a level I had marked out from like last week that I just never removed. You know what I mean? Like this was I did not put this here today. This blue line. I was just looking at Fastly because it's one of the stocks I look at, and I was like, oh my God, it came to a level that I marked out. If I scroll all the way back here, it's a level here, and it's a high here and a high here from pre-market like last week. You know what I mean? So that's crazy. That these levels still come into play. Maybe it's coincidence, but I don't know. I don't think so. I think this is a technical level, and I had it marked out. And if you had that marked out, obviously this would have been a picture perfect entry on this name. I didn't trade Fastly today. I just wanted to. That was something I noticed that caught my eye that I wanted to share. Beyond Meat had was a sympathy move to the news of McDonald's is introducing a McPlant. McPlant is going to be a new meal or a new who knows what it is. It's McPlant. I don't even know what it is, but it's obviously some sort of plant-based meat uh, product. So that caused Beyond Meat to fall rather sharply. I am a little bit mystified. I don't really understand how Beyond Meat is this much lower on the news from 163 to 143 right now. That is kind of crazy. But this was a great trade, and I um, I just love this trade. It actually halts here, and I started watching it after it was already in the halt. It's halted here, and I'm looking for it to actually resume lower because typically when they do halt, going down, they will open lower. And so that's what I was looking for, and I was looking for a long trade here. And it actually opens higher, and I wait. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wait for a dip. I'm gonna wait for a dip, and I entered at a really good price. I think I got 146.30 or something here. And so I took some profit as we were squeezing up here. I think I took most of my profit. Oh gosh, I'm trying to remember because it's so hard without seeing exactly where my trades were. But I definitely entered. at a pretty good price. I think on this candle I entered at about 146.30 here, and I took profit as we came back up and were squeezing up here, and on these candles coming back up, and that was the bulk of my profit. I held on to 25 shares because I thought we might later in the day see a retracement all the way up to VWAP, all the way up to possibly, 154, 153, 154 area. And so that's what I was kind of looking for on the last 25 shares. I entered originally 150 shares, and I took most of the profit pretty quickly as we started to come back up. Um, but again, I was looking for a little bit higher on my last 25 shares, and as we broke lower, I'm still holding on to my 25 shares here. Um, and that's when this level comes into play, which I was looking at, because when you're trading names like this again, you have to have your levels marked out because they dang it, they come into play. I mean, look at this. 141 is the low of this day, and that's the next low here that I was looking at that point in time. 141.50. So I marked that out. We touch, bounce, we touch, bounce. I actually entered long here, I think, on this candle for another 50 shares. So at this point, I'm long 75 because I'm still holding the 25 from before. Long 50 shares here. We come back, and if we break this level, I'm exiting my position because then the technical level is broken and I'm gone. I'm out. But we didn't. We touch and we bounce for a third time, and then boom, we get this squeeze up, and now I'm in the money on my added 50 shares. But then, unfortunately, this potentially really great trade comes to an end because as we're just, consolidating here, the volume is just devastatingly low, and this, that's not something that I want to be trading. I was looking for this to come back up a little bit further into the range uh, of this area here, back into the kind of 147, 148 area, but we never got there. The volume just dies, and we're kind of grinding lower now. And I'm all out. I think I just, exited my entire rest of my position in here, and that's it for Beyond Meat. If there's no volume, then I'm just why am I even in this trade? You know what I mean? If it's not going to move, then there's no point in being in it. Um, and uh, and yeah, that was it on Beyond Meat. So a good kind of initial trade, and then a good re-entry here to kind of make back what I lost on those 20 on that just that 25 shares that I held through this next dip. And I still think that Beyond Meat has a potential to retrace higher into the afternoon, possibly. I really don't know why Beyond Meat is down as much as it is right now. I'm sure that their any partnership they had with McDonald's is over, but I'm not sure that it reflects as poorly as the stock price is down right now is, it's quite a bit. So anyway, on a day where I'm down overall, way more than I'd like to be, gold obviously is the main reason for that. Gold's had a good run up last week, and this vaccine news has really just put a stop to that momentum, which is frustrating. But I'm still a long-term bull on gold. But anyway, that's it for my day trades today. And it's nice to be able to eat into some of those losses with almost a $1,000 gain today. So this was a good day of trading, and I'll be back at it tomorrow. If you have any questions, you can join my Discord server, and I'm always in there. You can put something in there, and I will answer your questions, and we can have a chat. But yeah, 963 in the green, and I'll be back at it tomorrow. And hope you guys have a good rest of your day. All right, that's it.